Ghana Adeshimaima and Redo Sia Apple, Jama Atiefo and Ashefo Nina Ajo. Ebrason se Caseboa Ikato ewo Nedemuno, Isinkunya of Flight TV Cassia so edit Vesomo, Cassebo Ekana home ewabe Fontin Temfidian Soa, na a Flight TV GH o Facebook, Oko YouTuber, a Flight TV GH, Okwa na wa like Uvia, na wa share na unye o baby no nsonya bietie. Na onye bi ahwe one kasebo one video one kasebo one picture ena yede ebe somwi enwumre yi ensema hodo a obati bi ene se oswafo a ohwe nwumasem nwumasua ho nsem so ede mai nwumasua ho nsem akotu twa ene Ghana Registered Nurses Association ede abasobode chenchirenchi akọ ede ama Ghana mampanye His Excellency Nana Kwame Addo some of the two just say enchekra obefa nurse for nafi omonso atimi akudi juma owura asare bedi akoset e dia two just na anoda ukopemu tamale abrana NDC amanyuku no end afi campaign no mo launch no ose kwanya nipa anko ndi adanse pefe say yinu ma omo atifi domantemu no afi omuni gidie NDC amanyuku no emu we ene nsema hodo bi ena nwumrei Yaboabo no se no isia bremu kasebo empanyimfo se abosoe enema ojapanti emfa kasebo no maseda emma Marchedin International School Marchedin se ejapade adija abofra na uwachi yenjim free nsem no eyewumasua Marchedin International School Crèche kindergarten nursery primary and junior high school asem den se omo wo school baza efodusuafo no school na amopoma sande omo ekofi bambo hunse Marchedin International School at Tunisia abambo fo suku no mu ebo mofara ho ban 0592500593 obenya Marchedin International School na one omo adi ensawoso Marchedin natural mineral water se bla betu nso ni biton nanya emfaso ensu egu botom Marchedin se insurance discount no ebofu Oba, ubenya emfaso enso edi agubutum. Frempanyimfo 0538461144 0205225477. Ubenya Marchedin natural mineral water na oni omu edi ensawoso. Enyuma kuyada roma ena enyume kasebo no jedi ebesumwo enyume okinkani eyeme Nana Kwame Addo. Afejibre Nati kasebo no enchechemu osofo a ohwe nwumasua ho nsem so my Ghana mu na osanye mra hwebitwani edema adehye wo bosomtwe abatom peso aso a ne nyina asante mantemu Dr. Yao ose aduchum ene dei ukupiemu nkrampopuni mantemu a ende nsemchirofo nhyiamudie ene koso Accra International Conference Center ne nyina Ghana babie se nwumasua akoduro no ena ode betutwa momamfo nyina ehubi na bra onabo kasa na ode tutwa sei abaya na dankwa Akufo-Addo ene NPP manyuku no ebu no ma ade pa ba se nwumasua yemfa sika ne akade enguram na afi nwumasua empeja man kronkron Ghana mu a ose NPP manyuku ayebi pa ne santi na ho behia se ode abasobode chenchenche enso ema Ghana ban na afi na dankwa Akufo-Addo adwuma sonkwa waye nwumasua no emu enu achi no na ode tutwa sei ese awofo biara hweye na fi obi ahwe na nabofra etimi enya nwumasua mu enimde enu nti awofo a omohwe na afi ommaja suku no wana bokyere se ekobasa eyade bia eka adwempa
Number of you have provided guidance, others critique. Either way, we believe it has made us do our job better. African Education Watch, under the distinguished leadership of my brother Kofi Asad, has always provided insight, sometimes in support of what we do, sometimes divergent, yet it all helps us to do our job better. My brother Kofi Asad, we've heard you about dropout prevention and what we need to do in that space. So you have always talked about dropout and how we need to stem the tide of dropout in our schools. And I'm glad that the Ghana Education Service have agreed to take on this task by appointing dropout prevention coordinators in all districts of the Ghana Education Service to ensure that when we see the early signs of dropout, the prevention coordinators will visit families, visit communities to make sure students don't drop out before we start setting up GEOP to go and rescue them from their communities. We don't want children to drop out before we reintegrate them. So the dropout prevention coordinators are going to help do this job so that students don't drop out. The opportunity that has been presented to us as a nation in the area of free secondary education is an opportunity that should be extended to all. No child should drop out of school at the primary, junior high school level. We will come and find you. We will work with you. We'll work with your parents to make sure you stay in school, to be part of the talent pool that this nation needs to transform its fortunes.
Abusiani ekotie eye oswafo a ohwe nwumasua ho nsem so ena ode sansemi etudwa eno achi no ena ode etudwa sei oman kronkron Ghana yentimi entena ho ne koba se oman a sebe ahia omupa eba nwumasua Ghana so ye ka ho bi o se da bi ekoba sa eyate bi ehadwen pa eno ntini sada obi anya na afom de na oman no entimi empeja nkonani.
The world as we know it is changing. Literacy, being literate, is a basic requirement. We cannot be counted among the countries with the highest learning poverty. The World Bank tells us that a number of countries in Africa are experiencing a crisis in education. In some countries, as many as 90% of the children aged 10 cannot read for understanding, learning poverty. It is a scourge that a number of countries are facing. Ghana will flip the coin. Instead of 90% learning poverty, we want to make sure that 90% of our youth are proficient in reading and numeracy by age 10. That is why today I'm excited that we have begun communities of excellence. Nana Kwame did us the honors a few months back when in his famous town of Manfred, we launched the Communities of Excellence program. Community of Excellence simply says that when you bring the community together, when you train the chiefs and the queen mothers and the assembly members to let them know of their responsibilities, they will partner government to ensure that 90% of our children, by the time they get to age 10, will read proficiently. And then 90% minimum will move on to secondary. And beyond secondary, 90% will move on to employable opportunities or become employed or move on to tertiary. So this is what we call the 90-90-90 plan.
Abusianu achi no ena okasa akra edefa free senior high school no ho ena ode tudwa sei ansana Nana Akufo Addo ene NPP onyoku no ebetna Ghana konwa no so na chese 2016 o se ohwe nipa dodo a na amunya kwanya ekọ senior high school na chese ayade a ewo fompa na so Nana Akufo Addo ene NPP onyoku ni bayi o se afibia no nipa 1.4 million ene nya kwanya amusu ko free senior high school no ebi ni senti na ofaso de srede ene futu akwa mabunu say free senior high school no eyade bia aba na beboa pa ni senti obia emfaso akonya no so na fe onko suku ni bi se de be ya dachi na brabo no ebetimi asinu ye eno achi no say isi kura ba ku bi kwa ye friend TVET eno ukona se opensa no adwuma ubetimi akusua bi na dachi adwuma sem e hwaye din my Ghana mu no eto obetimi atwa.
We have to make sure that through the community of excellence, everybody comes together so that we can take advantage of the opportunity that has been extended to us by Nana Akufo Addo's government. Free secondary education is something that we have all heard about. Let us look at what is going on across the country in terms of the enrollment. We have done a fantastic job in terms of the number of students who are enrolled in secondary schools. In 2016, before the introduction of free secondary school, a little over 800,000 students were enrolled in senior high schools. Today, it's 1.4 million plus enrolled in our secondary schools. A great accomplishment. So as we prepare the youth through the community of excellence, they know that free senior high school is waiting for them. And this is the training that has been done in a number of community of excellence. We also should understand that in spite of the opportunity for the youth to take advantage of the free senior high school, in some regions, we are having challenges. So when you hear of us talking about free compulsory universal secondary education, an enactment of an act to guide, protect free secondary education. We are talking about ensuring that no child has a choice to say, I will not go to secondary school, I will not go to technical school, I will not engage in a structured apprenticeship program, and somehow on my own, I'm not 18, but I'm not about to participate in the education process. There's emergence of a trend. Throughout the country, Northern region tops transition rate from junior high to high school. 95% of the youth in the Northern region of Ghana move from junior high to high school. They have the highest score.
Abusiani ayekoti eye oswafo a ohwe mmesua ho nsem so ewo omicron Ghana emo Dr. Yao Osei Aduchum okọ bosomtwe a abato mpeso so ono ene ye na hyebetwani a ogina emo manfo ene adehye a omwo bosomtwe abato mpeso so yet wakasiebo no eso Ghana Registered Nurses Association enso ababonten ede abasobode chenchirinchi akwama Ghana Mampanye His Excellency Nana Addo Kufuado ni nyina ese nano ada ena aban no ede betu dwase dwade di yeni anase agas bosumi egrum ni deto so enum eyade a ende anasefo ene doctor for makoje ntete no obefa nipa bebre enso adwuma mu na no ena o kire se nipa ba ko 15,200 nurses ena aban no eyo na adwen se ende obeform na afi o nso akoye adwuma na aboa amapomudin asoye no nso atimi afa no ntomapa afra Nisanti Ura Kingsley Osesafo Bruno Ahafo Regional Chairman Edima Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwife Association na ono na akasa na ode tu dwa say in fact sanse betu dwa no debia abano abono homodin pa nisanti na ese omde abasobode chinchinchi eko Ghana Mampanye His Excellency Nana Addo Kufuado osi nisanti ebeboa na adwuma sema ayedin o man Ghana no eto betimi atwa
no you who say let about say the recruit ama baba we school omo CSC no na aye ni gisem if you say Calco school na we are when you can nurse adwuma sitie no enka adwuma no wo ho hospitals bebre clinics bebre cheap compounds bebre available e betimi akoye adwuma enso America kene na say we are yetena fie kakra ya na ya hard nti no you who say let about nyame bo 5th August ombe open portal ama omo wo fie no atimi anya kwan register na ya start recruit no ebe ye ni gisem
Awusheni ayekotie ye eye owura Osesafo okobuno ahafo a ono ene regional chairman Edima Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwife Association enwochi no ena ode to aban no anim se obesere na da se akade ene niema hodo a ode bewuramu na afi anasefo no enso atimi enya adwuma na boa na afi adwuma sema ahwaye din e o man Ghana no so ate no aban no nhwe na onfasa nhwe ni nyina enwa kwamu
na no ada nti 2024 batch correct nchen a na ke say ye 2020 2021 2022 2023 all different batches 2020 batch that 15,200 2020 batch into say every year batch no kora nyina 15,200 it just say there were 4 different batches omoda sofie 2020 batch nkwa into that means 21 22 23 for nyina eda sofie into so hwe na say number no kora nyina ejina fa kokra ne nyina 15,000 200 I say you 15,200 time and that's movie. The another release by the almost request for financial clearance to engage 2020 nurses and midwives. The Omuto Tan no Mokabu Mumbina 15,200 and later now and one circulating attach number, but later you that attach copy now say clearance we for 2020 batch. Not to say number I bet I can't with you know. Enti eye nije se painful abuse akwanya amaye ba ni ejina so asre se number aka wo fie no edoso in recent times kra no ye nipa bebra atukwan a eye omo control so person omo ko pe adwuma ye wa abonten eni ni aban na nhihye ye mu wa ye de omo tukwan no amaya ye wo adwuma mu sisi no number no so ate enti nke be ye nije se painful bebie akwanya no awan pa bebre enya kwan atimi enya adwuma no bi aye
awusiani ayekotie eye owura Kingsley ose safo okobono ahafo mantem no emu a ono ene dwemtreni edima Ghana Registered Nurses Association ena odesanse nyina etu etwa yekowie kasebo na medewo ekọ nano ada ana memende etwemu ena okupiemu ewotamala NDC ejo bodo manyuku no ekopiemu ewatifido mantem ni nyina eye afi campaign no omukutimi eko lanchi ewo ho ande pani behwe nipa no de na chese eyado a anodin pop na eno na former Bono Regional NPP Communication Director ACC no ono ene regional Bono Regional Campaign Team Member Edma Dr. Alaj Muhammadu Baumia owura Asari bedia concert akasa dia to itwa say na no ada ohwe nipa dodo a ekopiemu ewo tifido mantemu a idia dan se pefe se omomo ni nyina gidia na omowo ewo NDC manyuku no mu no ose ese eswate ose enkane bi se NDC manyuku no eye bibi ewo tifido mantemu a ende nka be kora nipa twitwiri di abodwa data nande omowo ho nanso na no adai ohwe nipa na no ho na panyi chirim se nipa no eyade a na omonso ni senti no obetimi akade to pefe se December ne de tosonson se Ghana fo nyina akoto aba omontoma NPP onyuku isanse ndi pie no e dance pepe se NDC for no omankasa agiatum se omadi engugu
fra fe na wo ba there's a lot of appointments away on ebe converting and sana ya joma tum there will be orientation here and there. Ministries, agencies, and departments, MDAs, there will be a lot of changes here and there. But in the panel, our Kunasu Tata, for Nana Kwame Addo second term, you will be a CEO and changing, deputy CEO and changing, will be a minister and changing. International and not continuity, not a honor when you're easy. Time I tour about the man. It is all first 4 years now. A lot of things are on you. Who is African appointed Council of State for? And the Ebenya Kunya Transfer Mouse, such an I have vibrant. What dear? I don't want to exaggerate. The Mamen Casana affiliate. And the certain kind of or manifesto, what they told Ghana for an implementation. I am not said here, over now second term and also being a third term. For me, the first 4 years of every administration or development is slow. So when you say more, or yes, sing the first term.
And what you know, and I did to just say, Osha NDC among you quite dear Bakwan, who wait media kai or more a can't proye any dream. Nisanti obesra da segana funina and she is answer almost one so almost one someone who demutu. NDC aba NPP amanyuku no so aba ebreso a omonkoto aba no emfama NPP amanyuku no.
In 2008 elections, na yetimi ekokobodwa ejina Kutuka International Airport. Adanya President Kofo Akowonta for Bruchi ti ekofo maba. NDC fo share this kind of entro any agudisem any ehurukasem any adwembone pa ekura political party be of NDC. No mo bo one tea hotel di wa sensem around 2008. And President Kofo akoto hotel am see nkofo we ya na ye ka masem yo. Obo opposition be ye de sa. In the 2008, Ghana for a in a whole 8 years of their tenure, for the record, all mere prostitute NPP neighbor cry for the last 8 years of moving, which means corruption. And the allegations are on the toe. Yen officers need be so that time no. Nayem kontumpo and then tro. 2016, I got to about Mumulusu, 2017, and I buy way by. Yet the NDC for and you tell me, say, a buying way, a corrupt to change more NDC for.
No crowd no, and I did to just say, O share and fear 9 pa, a buy be no bit me at I am point to join the senti, O share and some Kanaman John Dramani Mahama, a castle in fear 9 ever Sagana na, or say a debia a kuntum pussel a breswan, Ghana Funina and to my His Excellency Dr. Alaj Muhammad Baumia, na NPP Manyukuno and Kosumojuma. Any or my Ghana and free atomu and co atomu.
The Usha incoming that na euphoria, enthusiasm, any feelings necessary a brow, but say a cannot in region as any NDC. And you know, a moyo kukra, and no, I'm a mania, and really, the MPP has made an inroad as far as the northern parts of the country are concerned. Omo numbers ne kasatre na ekoso ene bra na unse skedun kesian mo bread to communicate. Do ma amana mu na ohun ya okeka na okofa kere Japan no mu podi na abeba bi aye ni speeches there. Enya de bi ebohu kra. Yen focus. Yen hwe omo campaign no omo rally bi omo beye ene de aye yen strategy. My user say we are winning this election with a strategy you know, sir, the flag bearer was the northern part of the region. Now the running mate, Dr. Napo, was the eastern part of Ghana. Now, on also did submarine type of campaign, any strategy. Yeah, they call this election. Yeah, no, whatever been any phobia, the elections December 7 will be the fantastic poor Ghana for
Abusiani ekotie ye Bono regional campaign team member Edema Dr. Laj Mahamadou Bawumia enkane okobono mantem no mu a ono ye obi na okasa Edema NPP amanyuku no owura asare bediako se yewegina we so na anwenu nsan kasebo a yede besumu nyina yedi asi kasebo no masida ekon McJaden International School McJaden Natural Mineral Water Dr. Orlando Herbal Clinic the General Enterprise and a few Flight TV say anyway omunyina so ya